Yeah! GameStop making them decisions that's gonna send us into the future, baby! Yeah! Woo! Are you fucking kidding me? So look, maybe I'm late to the party, maybe I'm right on time to talk about this. I really don't know. The news just came across to me and I figured, what the hell? That's this channel. This channel talks about fandom, all kinds of fandom, specifically the fandom that really affects me. And what's a big one? Well, video games. And what was a huge one that I did a long time ago, I said that until GameStop makes real changes, I'm out. And I haven't gone back. I haven't spent a single penny at GameStop since then. But you know what? It doesn't stop me from seeing what's going on. So here's the thing. Evidently, GameStop is going to start price matching. Yeah, price matching. You know, where if you can prove that that game is a lower price at, say, Walmart or Target or someplace, you could say, hey, this is what they offer it for. Here's the proof. Normally you have to prove it. And then they'll say, oh, well, shit, okay, I'll price match that. So, you know, welcome to the future. Moving into the future. Going full bear here, going into the future, not messing around, making the right decisions. Way too late. Way too late. Price matching? Sure. It's a good feature. It's a good idea. It's a good business idea. Shows that you're willing to be consumer friendly and that you're willing to compete with any other business. And it also shows respect to the customer that they chose to come to you. You'll offer them the prices that they deserve and you'll compete with anybody, anywhere, for any time. They want to sell that game for $10? It's yours for $10. Thanks for coming here. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of places that do this. You see it at all kinds of stores. So it makes perfect sense that this would be a thing for GameStop. But like, this should have been a thing a long time ago. That's the issue here. Not that they're doing it. It's a good idea. It's a good business practice to have. And if this goes far enough to match like sales on things like Steam, like if I can go in there and prove that Steam currently right now is offering the Tales games for like under $10 and I can get the physical copies for under $10, if they'll match things like that, no clue if they really will. In fact, I doubt they will. I think it has to do with the actual retail price of an item wherever it may be found. So if you find the retail somewhere and it's lower by $10, they'll match that $10. There you go. But look, this is what they need to keep up. It's true, but it's what they needed to keep up 10 frickin' years ago. 10 years ago, this would have been huge news. Now, good job. Good job for you. Your relevance has slipped so far. And you know, I think that's the reason we talk about GameStop the way we do. Because first and foremost, this is a fandom channel. It talks about fandom. It talks about, quite frankly, fandom is a feeling that we feel. We get involved. We love these things. And as far as games go, and another fandom that people don't really talk about is the fandom of buying things. It's real. We love to buy and invest in the things that we love in our fandom. And in such, it is not uncommon for us to pick favorites. There's certain things that we like. If we like certain things, we go to certain places that offer them the best way and the best experience. To buy a comic book, You probably go to a local comic book store. You get the actual feeling of walking in, seeing the books, discovering something you may not have known about. You see statues. You talk with people that are at the racks. There's an experience that can't be topped. You just go online and buy a comic book. Sure, you could do this. But there's an experience about going there that never gets beat. And it was true for GameStop. And that's the reason we attack it the way we do. That's the reason we get mad. It's the reason we call these things out. Because even this being a good decision, you should have opened your eyes 10 freaking years ago. It's just the way that it is. And it's something that's really hard to look at what used to be so great. I used to love my GameStops. And I said GameStops. There were about 5 of them that I frequented very often. And I liked going there. I liked it because the people that worked there knew video games, played video games, and cared about the things that were coming out. And it wasn't just like a business thing. When you walked in, they knew that there were games coming out that they were looking forward to. And it wasn't just because, hey man, you want to pre-order this new FIFA shit? No, that wasn't what they were interested in. When you walked in the door and you started grabbing some stuff off the rack or whatever, or even if you didn't grab anything right off the bat, if you started talking to them, that's where the conversation would often go. Like, man, the Mass Effect is going to be sick. Or, you know, the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 actually was better. It's an arguable point, but it was better, and this I'm talking for the guy that would be talking to you. It was better on the Dreamcast. And I remember when I bought my Xbox for the first time, I remember that guy telling me, he said, congratulations, man, no joke, you are making the right decision here. What you trade in today, what you walk out that door with, you have just bought the best system on the market, and I'm not kidding about that. I have never regretted, even once, changing to the Xbox. And those kinds of things, those kinds of real people seemed to die out slowly as the business went on and on. And it wasn't just that these people, like they were replacing them with other people that didn't really have gaming knowledge. That did happen quite a bit. But look, here's one of the biggest things that killed them. The way you ran your business demeaned your workers so much that it was no longer them being salesmen. It was no longer selling something and experiencing something that they loved. A lot of people that got into GameStop got in because they loved video games, they loved gaming, they loved the industry. And they couldn't wait to share it with the world. And what better way to do it than selling games? You sell games to people that come in that are interested in games that you already know the second they walk in the door. They have the same value you do, and it's interesting. And if you worked at a place like this, you could discover things about games that you never touched before because their passion would influence you, and your passion would influence them, and it was a truly interesting experience in the early years of GameStop to see people that literally wanted those stores to work because they loved the hobby and they wanted to see the hobby work. Now, most of them just don't care anymore. And I would like to say that we're looking at the start of better decisions. And who knows? Maybe we are. I doubt it, but maybe we are. We could cross our fingers here and we could hope, right? We could say, come on, make good decisions, because this is a good one. But I feel like this is too little too late. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Price matching at GameStop. Feature we should have lived with a decade ago. But hey, it's here now. Let me get out of here.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.